I want to start today by asking you a question. Have you ever felt like your brain is an internet browser with 50 tabs open? You are in the middle of a sentence, speaking English, and suddenly, the screen freezes. You know exactly what you want to say in your native language. You can feel the idea, but the words coming out of your mouth feel messy. You start to panic. You start to ramble, and halfway through the sentence, you realize you have forgotten the point you were trying to make. It is a terrible feeling, isn't it? You feel like you are losing control. You feel like everyone is judging you. But I have a secret for you. The problem isn't your vocabulary. The problem isn't that you don't know enough grammar rules. The problem is habit. We often think that fluency means speaking fast and knowing every word in the dictionary. But true fluency is actually about clarity. It is about how you organize your thoughts and how you use your voice. Hello, and welcome back to Fluent English. I'm Cherry. I have coached thousands of students to move from feeling nervous and shy to feeling calm and confident. And today I am going to share 9 habits, 9 simple changes that will help you become a clearer speaker. These aren't just English lessons, these are communication secrets. We are going to cover how to think, how to use your voice, and how to deliver your message. So please, go make yourself a cup of tea. Find a comfortable chair. Let's slow down, take a deep breath, and learn how to speak with clarity. Let's begin with Group 1. Cognitive habits. This sounds technical, but it just means how we organize our thoughts. Many English learners struggle because they try to translate their thoughts word for word from their native language. This creates a traffic jam in your brain. To speak clearly, you need a map. Habit number 1, the one-room rule. Imagine your ideas are rooms in a house. When we are nervous, we tend to run into the kitchen, grab an apple, run to the living room, turn on the TV, then run to the bedroom to find our phone. We don't finish anything in any room. In speech, it sounds like this. Listen to this example. So I was thinking about the meeting. Well, did you see the email yesterday? Oh, and actually, I really liked the project. But maybe we should… Oh, never mind. Did you hear that? That is the sound of running between rooms. It is exhausting for you, and it is confusing for the listener. The rule is simple. Finish one thought completely before you start the next one. Think of your sentence as a train. It needs to arrive at the station and stop before the next train can leave. If you feel your brain rushing to a new idea, stop. Put a full stop or a period on your current sentence. Let's practice. Instead of saying, I went to the store and it was busy and I forgot my wallet, try breaking it into rooms. I went to the store. It was very busy. Then I realized I forgot my wallet. Do you hear the difference? Short sentences are strong sentences. Habit number 2, use a framework. Now sometimes we need to say more than just one sentence. Sometimes we need to explain a complex problem at work. This brings us to habit 2. When you are cooking, you follow a recipe. A framework is a recipe for your speech. My favorite framework for English learners is the sandwich method. Imagine a sandwich. The top bun, context. This sets the scene. Why are we talking? The meat, core. This is your main point, the most important information. The bottom bun, connection. Why does this matter to the listener? Let's try a real-life example. Imagine your boss asks, why do we need to buy new software? Without a framework, you might panic and complain. But with the sandwich method, top bun, as you know, our team has a very tight deadline this month. Meat. Our current software is crashing every day, which is slowing us down. Bottom bun. If we upgrade, we can ensure we hit the deadline on time. See the difference? You said the same thing, but you sounded professional. You weren't searching for words, you were just filling the sandwich. Habit number 3. Build a bridge with analogies. The third mental habit is about helping others understand you. As English learners, we often try to use big, fancy words to sound smart. But if the other person doesn't understand, we have failed. Habit number 3 is use analogies. An analogy is when you compare a difficult idea to a simple, everyday object. For example, if you are trying to explain inflation to someone, don't use a dictionary definition. Say this: inflation is like a chocolate bar. 10 years ago, $1 bought you a big bar. Today, $1 buys you a tiny bite. The money is the same, but the chocolate got smaller. When you use an analogy, you create a picture in the listener's mind. It shows you have a deep understanding of the language because you can make the complex simple. So, we have organized our mind. Now, we need to look at your instrument, your body. This brings us to group 2, vocal habits. Have you ever felt your throat get tight when you speak English? Or maybe you feel physically tired after speaking for only 10 minutes. This happens because your voice is a muscle, and you are likely holding tension in it. Habit number 4. Warm up your voice. I know this sounds like something only singers do. But you are a speaker. When we speak a foreign language, we often hold tension in our jaw and our lips because we are trying so hard to pronounce things perfectly. I want to teach you a funny but effective exercise, the lip trill. You relax your lips and blow air through them so they vibrate like a motorboat. It sounds like brr brr brr. It feels awkward, right? But here is the science. This vibration relaxes the muscles around your mouth. If you do this for just 1 minute before a job interview or a phone call, your voice will sound smoother. You won't struggle as much with difficult sounds. Try to hum your favorite song while doing it. Habit number 5. Nose breathing. This is something we do 20,000 times a day, but we often do it wrong. When you breathe through your mouth, especially when you are listening to someone else, you dry out your throat. This creates a weak, scratchy voice. But more importantly, mouth breathing signals your brain that you are in danger. It creates anxiety. When you breathe through your nose, the air is warmed and filtered, and it activates the part of your nervous system that helps you relax. So, here is my challenge. When you are listening to someone else, close your mouth. Breathe deep through your nose. It will keep your mind calm and give you a split second to think before you respond. Habit number 6. Fill the space, volume. Many of my students, when they are unsure of their grammar, they whisper. They think, if I make a mistake, maybe no one will hear it. But a quiet voice tells the listener, I am not sure. A clear volume tells the listener, I believe in what I am saying. I don't want you to shout. I want you to project. Imagine there is a person standing at the back of the room. You want your voice to gently touch them. When you add volume, you actually help your pronunciation. It is physically harder to mumble when you are speaking with good volume. Your mouth opens wider and your vowels become clearer. Don't shrink. Fill the space. Now we come to the final piece of the puzzle. Group 3. Delivery habits. You can have great thoughts, cognitive, and a strong voice, vocal, but if you deliver the message poorly, people won't listen. Delivery is about how you serve the food. Habit number 7. The gift of silence, the pause. This is the most difficult habit for learners. When you speak a second language, silence feels scary. You think, if I stop, they will think I forgot the word. So you say, like, you know, but I want you to change your mindset. Silence is a gift. Speaking without pauses is like writing without paragraphs. It is messy and hard to understand. Listen to the difference. No pause. I think English is important because it helps you travel and get jobs, so you should study. Rushed. With pause. I think English is important. Pause. It helps you travel. Pause. And get jobs. In the second version, the words landed. The pause acts like a spotlight. It tells the listener, hey, this is important. Next time you speak, pause before you are ready. Count 1, 2 in your head. Habit number 8, slow down to highlight. Many students want to speak fast to sound fluent, but native speakers do not always speak fast. They use contrast. Think of a yellow highlighter pen. You don't highlight the whole page, right? You only highlight the important words. Speaking fast is like highlighting the whole page. Nothing stands out. When you want to show emotion or emphasize a point, slow down. Instead of saying, I am so happy to see you, really fast, try this. I am so happy to see you. By stretching those words, you sound sincere. And the best part, speaking slowly gives you time to think about your grammar. Be the luxury car that drives smoothly, not the race car that is bumpy and loud. Habit number 9, the anchor, intonation. Finally, we have the habit that controls your confidence. One of the biggest mistakes is upspeak. This is when your voice goes up at the end of a sentence, like a question. When you do this, you sound unsure. You are asking for validation. To sound confident, you need the anchor. Imagine a heavy anchor dropping into the ocean. It hits the bottom and stays there. When you finish a sentence, drop your voice pitch down. Upspeak. My name is Cherry, and I am a teacher. Sounds unsure. Anchor. My name is Cherry. Down. And I am a teacher. Down. This is called a declarative statement. It makes you sound grounded and trustworthy. Next time you answer a question, try to use just one sentence and drop the anchor at the end. Stop. Smile. Breathe. So we have traveled a long way today. We have covered 9 habits to take you from chaos to clarity. Cognitive, the one-room rule for finished thoughts. The sandwich method for structure. Analogies for simplicity. Vocal, 4. Lip trills for warm-up. 5. Nose breathing for calm. 6. Volume for presence. Delivery, 7. Pausing for the gift of silence. 8. Highlighting for speed control. 9. The anchor for intonation. Please do not try to do all 9 of these tomorrow. That is too much pressure. Pick just one. Maybe this week you just focus on pausing. Next week you focus on intonation. Communication is not about being perfect. It is about connection. It is about sharing who you are with the world. And your unique voice deserves to be heard clearly. If you enjoyed this long lesson, please let me know in the comments below. Which habit was your favorite? Which one are you going to try first? I read every single comment. Don't forget to subscribe to Fluent English for more lessons on how to speak with confidence. My name is Cherry. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Remember, breathe, speak slowly, and trust your voice. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.